Canada, Sorig, Canada, and we will be practicing Nejang. So let's get started. We're gonna do our 9-breath purification practice, and through that we start with our 7-point Vajrayana posture to control the 5 winds in our bodies, with the cross-legged, protecting our law energy, blocking the left and right channels to encourage the winds to go into our central channels. And as you push down, you create eagle wings to open up the all-pervasive wind, and the spine like a stack of golden coins, our neck tucked in like a swan, and the tongue to the tip of the roof of your mouth and your eyes looking past your nose, so to control the 5 winds in our bodies. And then from here, we will do the twofold emptiness, which is visualizing yourself as an empty shell, luminescent, no organs, nothing inside, but the 3 queen channels in our bodies. So in the center is the blue channel, the Uma, and the right channel is red in color, the left channel is white in color, and they connect all together 4 fingers below the navel, right there. So visualize yourself, feel your 3 queen channels, because that's what we are cleaning with the 9-breath purification exercise. So inhale clean, fresh air, energies, and exhaling stagnant, dead air out of your body and energies. So we prepare by inhaling completely, exhaling completely, taking the left hand to the left nostril, inhaling rainbow light as we balance the right side, which is the solar energy, holding the breath, balancing and cleaning the right side, the solar energy, exhaling red smoke. Inhale rainbow light. This time balancing the left side, the lunar energy, which is white in color, holding the breath, going up, and exhaling white smoke, balancing our lunar energies. Inhaling rainbow light. And now we're balancing the neutral energy. That's the center, holding our breath, balancing the neutral energy, exhaling. Left hand to the left nostril, inhale rainbow light. We can focus on balancing our elements. The right side, hold the breath, is related to the fire element. Exhale to balance the fire element. Inhale rainbow light. Left side is related to both water and earth elements. Holding the breath, let's balance water and earth. And exhale, balancing water and earth. Inhale rainbow light. Now we balance the wind element, which is in the center. Holding the breath. Exhale to balance the wind. Left hand to left nostril. We can balance the emotions. Inhale rainbow light. Right side's connected to anger and hatred. Holding the breath. Let's release and balance anger and hatred. You can see little snakes come out as well if you're visual. Inhale rainbow light. Let's balance the emotions, ignorance and delusion, holding the breath. And exhale, releasing ignorance, delusion, watching little pigs come out. Inhale rainbow light. Now we balance desire and attachment, holding our breaths. And exhale, balancing desire and attachment. Let's balance the humors. Inhale rainbow light. The right side's attached to the biohumor related to fire. So anything hot, natured, like inflammation, release, exhale. Inhale rainbow light. Left side is the phlegm humerus. Balance anything that is cold in nature. Holding your breath like indigestion. Exhale. And inhale, rainbow light. In the center is connected to the wind humor, related to anything neurological or psychological. Holding your breath and exhale, releasing and balancing the wind humor. Coming back into the 7.5 chana posture. We've cleaned the 3 queen channels, and we're going to move on to clean the primordial body, speech, and mind. So I have here primordial bodies represented by the white Om. So I'll be chanting and you'll be breathing. So when I chant Om, you will be inhaling the white light, purifying your primordial body. Next we have the primordial speech, represented by the red Ah. And when I chant the Ah, you will transform the white light into the red Ah, and expanding it as you hold your breath throughout your whole body, purifying your speech. And Hong is represented in blue in color, and it represents your primordial speech. Body, speech, and mind, your mind. And so, when I chant Hong, you will exhale blue light, purifying your mind, body, speech, mind. Inhale, hold your breath, exhale. So let's inhale to prepare. Exhale completely. Inhale the white Om. Om. Hold for the Ah. Ah. And exhale the Hong. Hong. Om. Feel the effects of your work in your body, your speech, and your mind. Feel your 3 queen channels, your 5 elements, your emotions, your 3 humors, and everything that's happening in your body. Bonjour! Good morning! Okay, so next we will practice the vase holding. So remember, we can visualize a vase in our belly where we have 4 fingers connected. The channels connected 4 fingers below our navel. And so we can breathe in pure essence from nature and swallow to help push the top part, and we lift our bottoms to create a little pressure right there. And the pressure helps create the heat and the bliss. And what that does, we can believe and feel that it nurtures us. So we're absorbing the essence from nature, and that feeds us energetically. Okay, so let's continue with a minute and 8 seconds. And when the computer beeps, you will exhale through your nose 30% like you're shooting out an arrow, and then we continue. Okay? Voila. Alright, so inhale to hold the vase breath. Again, hold. Again. And again, inhale. again. And one more time, let's do this. Inhale. Okay, so that helps encourage the oxygen to stay more in our tissues. So that really is very good. So hi, good morning. So someone asked me a question about mantras, doing mantras in Nejang. I guess we do the Oma home practice, also in Dr. Anita's book. You can sandwich the Nejang practice with like the 4 immeasurables when you do the prayers to dedicate your merit at the end. So there's some spiritual aspects to that. If you know mantras, of course you can totally do them. You can, of course, if you're holding your breath, you do it in your head. And Donla from Casa de Yutok is going to teach mantra healing. I think it's in June sometime. And just check out their website if you want to learn about the mantras. So there's mantras for different organs, and there's mantras for different organs. And also when we do the massage, the kuni, there's also mantras for females and the mantras for males. It's like benefit for female disorders and stuff for males, and other bigger mantras. There's secret mantras. Oh, there's a lot. So that's a very big topic. So if you're interested, you can start with the first one with Donla. And yeah, learn more about mantras. And of course, you have the Yutok mantra healing cards. If you do, there's a little thing. You can always also do mantras there. Pray to Yutok, and go from there. So, see, like, they're beautiful cards here. See, pacifying kidneys. What are we doing? So today I want to go to work on the Nejang exercise that relates with the lungs. So, okay. I'm trying to multitask. Oh my goodness. So this is the Amoghasiddhi. He is green in color. So if your lungs are diseased, meditate on the Guru as Amoghasiddhi. Pray, offering a mandala of every kind of cooling medicine. Meditate on the Guru passing into emptiness. So we say a prayer to Yutok. In the book we'll tell you the mantras. You can visualize the Yutok on your head. Pray to Yutok, please help my lungs. Please help me with my lung issue, breathing problems. If you have asthma, you can, pray. And then you visualize your lungs as you have no more lungs, because no lungs, no lung disease. Visualize it empty, and then 2 Yutoks, because you have 2 lungs. And then you offer, or you can visualize Amoghasiddhi, and you can visualize 2 of them, and offer all the cooling medicines. Offer what you want to achieve. And that's also a practice that we do here. So these are very beautiful cards. I love them. And so what do we know about lungs? Lungs is an organ that helps us take in something external from the environment, which is oxygen. It takes in oxygen and it brings it into our bloodstreams, and through the bloodstreams it goes through all our organs, and then and all our organs exchange oxygen for carbon dioxide and brings it back to the lungs, where we exhale carbon dioxide, and this repeats over and over and over again. That's how we live. So I want to share with you that the lungs aren't the same size. In fact, the left lung is smaller than the right lung, even though the right lung is shorter, because it supports the room for the liver to house. And then the left lung has, they call it a cardiac notch, so that the heart can live there. So the liver lives there and the heart lives on the other side. And every 30-second breath we take, according to Dr. Nita's Nejang book, we have the wisdom wind. They call it the Yeshu wind. So we're wise every 32 breaths we have. And the lungs help also with, I can't read my writing in me. Oh yeah, with regulating the acidity in our bodies. So what causes acidity is the amount of carbon dioxide that's in our bodies. So when we're doing this practice, we're encouraging more oxygen in our bodies. So basically, this exercise would help alkaline our bodies, making it the pH balance better than being acidic. Because when your body's acidic, it's more prone to diseases, and more infection can come in, because these bacteria and stuff, they like this kind of acidic environment. And also the lungs are good shock absorbers, because they're like 2 airbags. So it helps you when you fall down or something. It protects some of your important organs. And what else is there? So the muscles that are the organs that are affected with breathing. So when we think about breathing, the muscles of the diaphragm, when we breathe, the diaphragm has to make room. So when you breathe in, it has to push down to allow the chest and the lungs to expand. So that's one of the things that happen. And the diaphragm also powers most of the work. So the Nejang exercises I chose help to relax your diaphragm, release the tension in your diaphragm, so that helps you breathe. Also the intercostal muscles. Intercostal muscles are the muscles between your ribs. That is also involved in breathing. Your abdomen is involved in breathing. So any Nejang exercises that release abdominal tension is good for breathing. And sometimes the neck muscles. Okay, I'm doing this because someone asked for Nejang exercises for asthma, and so hopefully knowing how the lung function, knowing exactly what kind of lung problem, because according to according to the tree of health and sickness, so you always want to be in the side of the branch of health, because it looks easy, right? You maintain your 15 wind, so 5 wind, 5 bile, 5 phlegm, 5 winds, yeah, 5 valve, 5 phlegm controls. We maintain our 7 constituents. We maintain the 3 excretions, right? And then the flowers and fruit happens. So the first cause, like you have the hot and cold. So what causes imbalance is the imbalance of hot and cold. So when you're talking about the lungs, you have to know, is it a cold imbalance, a hot imbalance? So for lungs, it's actually usually, because you would know when you have an infection, you have phlegm, right? So it's an indication that it's phlegmy, it's cold, and also wind, the movement. And yes, I'm so excited. Oh my goodness, I gotta calm down. I'm wind. Wind needs to calm down. So let's talk about lungs. Lungs is actually the first thing. Wind, okay, in Dr. Nita's Tibetan Book of Health. Wind is the pure part that creates the lungs, the solid organ of the lungs, and then forms the large intestines. So we have the nose here. The nose is the flower of the lungs, the solid, and then the large intestine is the hollow organs. So interesting enough with the nose, like they're saying, because of the COVID and stuff, they have they call it the peanut butter test. If you can't smell peanut butter, then you might have the COVID, they're saying. So it's interesting how the nose is connected to the lungs, right? And also they have another test to test COVID. If you cannot hold your breath more than 10 seconds, I think someone said 10 seconds. So we've been practicing holding it for 1 minute and 8 seconds, so we're pretty good. And also, it also determines, there was a study where so brain injured patients for brain injuries, they are determined to be vegetative, so the vegetative state, they can't respond to you, but they have tried the sniff test, so they put smells on their nose, and if they react, because we react unconsciously to like good smell, bad smell, and stuff like that, then it's more likely that they'll come out of their vegetative state and be conscious. So so I have here one of the 6 good substances for lung is the bamboo pith. Okay, so bamboo pith is the 6 good substance. You can also, I know this is backwards, the Dr. Nita's Sowa Rigpa journal, there's a really good article on the 6 good substances, and it's like beautiful pictures, they're all in good color. And where's the pith? The pith is right over here. So let me share with you what they have to say about the bamboo pith. So, it is the best remedy for all diseases related to the lungs. This whitish powder is found inside the hollow stem of the bamboo. It has cooling properties and therefore is also used for the healing wound infections. So if you have any wounds, bamboo pith is also very good. And then on the other side, they talk about the hot and cold, so what they recommend for the hot and what they recommend for the cool. And lo and behold, bamboo pith is one of the cooling medicines. And it says this whitish powder, which is found inside the bamboo, hollow bamboo stem, has cooling properties, which is best known for zawa of the lungs, or to subdue. Zawa just means inflammation. Lung inflammation, infection, and all inflammatory disorders of the wind, lung. It also subdues and cures chronic fevers and inflammation in general, as well as wound inflammation and infection, and is useful in countering the fever of infectious diseases. So, I don't know, maybe it could be a cure for COVID. Anyways, so like I was saying, you have to know what kind of illness it is, either if it's hot or cold, if it's phlegm or wind. And so I point to the ginger, because ginger is one of the things that we have around our homes. We can make ginger tea, and it has a warm potency. I know, like, if it's dried, the quality becomes hot. So if you get fresh ginger, it's a lot warmer. So the taste of ginger is hot, and this is the most common type of ginger with a spicy taste, a warm potency, and a warm post-digestive quality. So in Tibetan medicine, almost all problems of digestion arises out of the lack of the digestive heat. So medro, so remember, like the pomegranate is the king of the hot medicines. So when digestive heat is lacking, so you want to take these hot medicines. Yes, I am. When digestive heat is optimal, the breakdown of foods as well as the digestion and assimilation of nutrients is improved, providing the body with greater sustenance and giving us greater sense of well-being, right? So if we're able to absorb our food, then we're able to use the power or the energy of this food for our bodies and our minds and our in our speech. So ginger helps to stimulate the digestive heat, therefore aids in the process of the digestion and absorption, and also eliminates nausea, vomiting, or diarrhea caused by indigestion. Ginger also increases the body heat. So the phlegm disorders or phlegm people tend to be cold. So the allopathic method is to heat it up to create the balance by creating heat, and promotes good circulation as well as curing cold-natured disorders, especially lung, which is wind, and bakin, which is phlegm, combined disorders. So that's in Soa Rigpa Journal. You can get it at soarigpajournal.com, and yeah. So when I was reading about the where the lung comes from, you can see that the lungs, see, green is just the color of the wind. Lungs is associated with your right leg. Okay, so remember yesterday we did kidneys. Kidneys associated with your left leg. The lungs associated with your right leg. So if you want, you massage your right leg or go to a Tibetan massage therapist and they massage your right leg, they're actually working with your supporting your lungs and the large intestines, right? Because they're all connected. So that's something if you want to think about. You have time. You're watching in some videos. You can massage your right leg if you want to work on the limbs. Okay. So what else do I have? Oh my goodness, I have so much. Whew. So here is the vertebrae. So back to the vertebrae. So back to our points. So remember the first one. The first one is cervical 7. That is considered Tibetan vertebrae number 1. So from there we count down. So the first one is actually for wind disorders. So if you feel that it's tender, so that means you have wind disorder and you want to massage that until the tenderness subsides. Then the next one, number 2, is bile. So and then number 3 is phlegm. So for lung disorders, they tend to be usually, yeah, it could be all 3 because you can have an inflammation in the lungs. So you can tell which ones they are. And then the fourth vertebrae, that's where the anterior lungs are. So the anterior lungs, they call it the baby lungs. And then the fifth vertebrae is like the mother lungs, the big lungs. So even in for the COVID, they were saying they were putting the patients on their stomach so that they can breathe better because most of the lungs are in the back. So that's proof here. So let me share with you. So point number 4 is the point of the anterior part of the lungs. It helps with breathing problems, pain in the upper back, coughing, and the cathra caused by phlegms in the lungs. And then the vertebrae number 5 is the posterior part of the lungs. That's the back of the lungs. It helps with lung inflammation related to excess heat. So see, so it could be all 3, right? So excess heat, cough with yellowish cathar. The bile is in the lungs. In case of pain or tension in the lower back, treat this point gently if you are not sure of the diagnosis. So that's the points. All right, so that's so much. So if you look at Soa Rigpa points, I would like to show you the points of the lungs. And remember I say that the lungs, they also use as the intercostal muscles to breathe. So a lot of the points are along the intercostals. So these are points if you have issues or tumors in the front side of your lungs, if you have tumors on the lateral side, or if you have tumors in the back. So the intercostal points, or that's what they use. And then also the the vertebrae I just talked to you about, vertebrae 4 and 5, that's for the wind and phlegm imbalance. Okay, and then, so someone said, was curious about asthma. There's only one point here for asthma, and it's like number 3. You see here, number 3 is right there. But there's a point, number 1 is right in the middle. This is called venesection. Venesection is an external therapy in Tibetan medicine. It's called bloodletting. So bloodletting has been very, very effective. And according to Dr. Nita, it has accidentally, I guess, been overused in the West to the point that it's been abused. When you overdo something, like, you know, if you think everything's a nail, you'll be using a hammer for everything. And that's not the case. You have to know exactly what the diagnosis is, what's wrong first, before you know exactly what the treatments are. So you can't do one treatment for everybody. Everyone's different, so you have to make sure what it is. So number 1, that is for breathing problems. So for number 1, there's a point, the blood point there and there. So how they would do is they would take a little needle, they poke into the vein, and then, well, first off, they can take this is for cupping. I got a little one because my hands are small. So they would cup. So this is a silicone cup. They can use a glass cup where they use the fire into the cup, and it draws out the oxygen or the air, and it creates a vacuum or a suction. So they would suction up. So now you see all the blood is on top on that. And then there's also a diagnosis, so they check to see what kind of reaction it is. So right now, well, I didn't put it for so long. It looks normal, so I don't have any issues. But if I have a bowel issue, for example, I have too much inflammation, this would be dark purple, really, really dark. And then if it's a bowel or phlegm issue, and I have it on for a while and I take it off, you'll see like little goosebumps. So that's a phlegm issue, or something. Okay, so afterwards they would poke, and then they'll suck it again, and then this time the blood would draw out. Okay, so that's a little bit about bloodletting. And then what you will see, what I've seen Dr. Nita do, some of the blood, especially when you see that it's an inflammation, it is so thick and it's like jelly. After you shake it, it's all bad. So they would do it until clean blood comes out. So you can see that it's awful dirty blood and becomes clean blood. Okay, I hope that's some good information. I hope it's useful for you that I'm sharing all this. So next one we have, I'm almost done for a theory. Yes, more breathing problems. So number 12. Oh yeah, so number 12 we have here, there's 1, 2. So that's lungs. So if you have breathing problems, even you don't have to do venesection. You could just massage here and open up your lungs. So that's a nice point there, right there. It's also good for tooth problems, because I was massaging just when I had a toothache. So that's a good point there. And what else? I've earmarked it. So chest pains, chest problems. They say number 3, the middle point of the lungs. So number 3 is, number 7. So somewhere in the middle, the sternum, 2/3 around there in the middle, there are 3 points. So you get a nice picture there, number 7. So that's because usually the case could be phlegm. So if it's phlegm, you use the moxa. The moxa's heat is great for phlegm issues. And then I had lost one. Did I have to lose one? And then, yeah, and then also moxa for point 4 and 5 on back. Okay, so that's Sorig points. Did I finish? Oh no, I dropped it. It's gone. So, yes, so the right leg, next point. Why is there so many, there's so many points? The lungs and the large intestines are sensitive to the wind element and the energy of metal. So metal is an external element with the turtle that I showed you previously before. So in autumn, smokers and those who do not wear proper clothing, so that external factors again, may incur cool diseases such as coughing, hoarseness, or colds. So you got to protect yourself during the colds in that time. And remember the 5 winds when we do the 7-point Vajrayana postures? The life-supporting wind that is in the head, it also controls functions such as swallowing, breathing, salivation, sneezing, and hiccups. So that's why I chose some of the Nejang exercises that help with balancing the life-sustaining wind in our bodies. And also, in terms of the phlegm and Baking, Dr. Nita's Tibetan Book of Health. Also in the head, there's the satisfying phlegm. So this phlegm helps determine the joyous feeling of fullness in the experience of the 6 senses. So by feeling full, the 6 senses, one of the senses is the nose, right? We're full, then we can exhale, right? If we don't know we're full, we're keep inhaling, it's not good. And also, what else do we have here? Yes, so in Soa Rigpa, there are 4 minor chakras. We talked about the 5 major chakras here. And then there are 4 minor chakras in the body. The wind chakra, which is related to the lungs, are located in the elbows. So the elbows, here and here. So that's when we have massage, Tibetan massage, they do joints. I'm doing this because the joints have wind and phlegm. So when you're moving the joints, you're balancing the wind and phlegm in your bodies. And this is also the wind chakra. If you remember, I've shared with you the other chakras. The water chakra is in the knees, so that was yesterday when we did the kidneys. The fire chakra is found in the palm of the hands. Usually it's the right palm, because the left palm is related with the earth chakra. And also the blood chakra is in the sole of your foot. Sole of your foot. That's the blood chakras. Now you know all the minor chakras in the body, thanks to Dr. Nita. Thank you, Dr. Nita. And now I think that we're ready to practice. Oh my goodness. Yes, we're ready to practice Nejang. Okay. So I have here, we will start with number 1, because I like number 1 because the ears, so the ears have all the organs in our bodies, and so the right ear, the lungs, and the large intestines. Okay, so make sure you get your right ear if you have any lung issues. So we're getting into your 7-point Vajrayana posture, and we're going to massage the ears. You can also, squeeze them if you want to improve your memory. You massage the tragus is right here. Okay, so 21 times on one breath, or as many times as you can in this held breath. Inhale. Okay, so the next one is the number 3. So number 3 balances the lungs. Of course, number 3 is the nose is the flower of the lungs. So that's why we're practicing number 3. It balances the lungs and the large intestines. It balances wind humor and impedes the flow of breathing. So when you can't breathe properly, it affects the mood, your stress level, and also affects your spirituality. So it's very important to be able to breathe properly, and also the Khang channels are in that area. And so if you look at the nose over here is related to the lungs, and over here related to the stomach. So you want to make sure you get everything right there, but you can start the whole nose. So we're going to inhale, hold the breath down to our vase, and then massage the nose 21 times in one breath. Inhale. since we're doing the lunge, let's do this one more time. Inhale. Okay, so that's Nejang exercise number 3. And next one is number 5. It balances the life-sustaining wind, so right there, because it controls the senses and the breathing. And it relaxes the internal organs. Our lung is an internal organs. Also the diaphragm is internal organs. So yes, so let's do that. So number 5 is going up and down. Let's do this 7 times slowly in one breath. Inhale. Okay, we do this again. If you want, continue slowly. We'll do it 21 times in one breath. Inhale. Okay, that's number 5. Then number 6 pacifies all winds and it helps breathing. Okay, so this is the tranquilizer exercise. So you're going to hold your breath, you're going to massage the crown area, so you can measure with either 3 of the 4 fingers like that. So around there, or you can use the thumb method or any method you've learned. It's tend to be tender and a little indentation, a little soreness. So we'll massage 21 times. And if you have friends who can't do it for them, just especially the elderly. It helps with the brain circulation, and that's very good for them. So inhale to hold the breath. Okay, so that's number 6. Next, number 7, it relaxes the neck and releases tension. So that's part of the breathing. Sometimes you use your neck, and if it's tight, you might not breathe properly. So we're going to inhale, and we're going to massage the back of the head, like so. And then massage. So first is this way, and second is this way. So 21 times each in one breath. Inhale. Okay, so like release it next. And then the number 9, it strengthens the sense organs. Okay, so sense organs are nose, is sense organ, and it helps. Whatever helps here also helps there, right? The microcosm and macrocosm, my hair is a mess, it's okay. So number 9, let's do this slowly. First, do 7 times in one breath. Inhale. Okay, do this again. Same or 21. Inhale. So next is number 10. So number 10 is actually good for lung problems. Releases shoulder tension, relaxes the diaphragm. So when the diaphragm relaxes, or it helps the lungs breathe better because they give room to the lungs, and it releases tension there, and also hiccups if you have hiccups. So number 10, let's do up and down slowly 7 times in one breath. Inhale. Okay, so let's do it fast. 21 times. Inhale. Okay, so let's go this way. So you can choose if you want to. Actually, it feels good. Let's do 7 times this way and 7 times that way in one breath. Inhale. So now let's add in the massage. So we can move and massage at the same time, but if you're tired, it's okay. You can just hold your breath and massage your whole area there. Let's do 7 times one way, 7 times the other way, and sometimes up and down on both sides in one breath. Inhale. Let's do it again. Inhale. And since we're doing the lungs, one more time. Inhale. Okay, so your shoulders should feel really good. Oh, feels good. Moving along. Number 11. So, number 11 on the right side, it helps the lungs and it releases the pressure in the chest, and it also helps with the coughing. So, we're gonna massage. There's a sore point there, so you massage it 21 times, and then make sure you go up and down to help support the lymphatic system, make things work. Okay, so we did 21. Inhale to hold the breath. The other side, inhale. Okay, next have number 12. It pacifies all winds. It helps breathing and diaphragm tension, so this is very good. And also my favorite one. Okay, so you're gonna rub your chest in circles, one way, the other way. You see how when you're opening up your chest, so this is why it's very, very good. And then up and down. Okay, so when you're doing it, make sure you kind of do a shoulder roll or something and get in there. Okay, so inhale to hold the breath. Was that good? So that's number 12. Let's do it again because it's the one helping you breathe, right? So let's do it again. Inhale to hold the breath. Okay, that's fun. Whew. So number 15, it balances the ascending wind, which aids in breathing and asthma. So this particular one, it says asthma. So we will do number 15, and it also releases the neck tension. So all those involved in breathing. So number 15, you're gonna roll your head around in circles. So yeah, you can roll it in circles, you know. So that's one way, or you can add the neck massage. So you're rolling and the neck. So make sure you get the whole neck as you're rolling, okay? So let's do this 7 times slowly. Inhale to hold the breath. Okay, we'll do it one more time. Those of you who want to do 21 times, go ahead, inhale. Okay, so, whew, that's good. Number 16, releases tension in the internal organs. So we got lungs as an internal organ. So we do this, it's called the shaking of the heart. So 16, you're going to do this. It's like you're a little bird taking a shower, shaking off the water, okay? So we do this 7 times. On the 7th one, we make the Ha mantra to release all that gunk. So go, okay? So inhale to hold the breath. Again, inhale. And one more time. Inhale. that was. And then number 20 pacifies the wind. So 20 pacifies wind. So remember the 5 winds, particularly the life-sustaining wind and the ascending wind that helps with the breathing. So those 2 winds. I think even all-pervasive wind, because all 3 got going down here, right? And the diaphragm really pushes down, so maybe it's all even all the way down. So all the winds. So let's do that. So number 20, you're gonna hold your breath and you're gonna massage the kidneys. So the kidneys. Sorry, massage your calf. I say kidneys because it's related to the kidneys, right? Because there's a fear point there, and then fear is the motion of the kidneys, whereas the lungs is sadness and grief, right? So if it's not balanced, you may feel sadness and grief in your lungs. Hold your breath. Okay, so we'll do it 21 times. So how we do it, we create heat first. So we rub, and then we massage, and then we tap. Okay? Alright, so 21 times each. Inhale to hold the breath. Okay, so that's 20. Number 21 stimulates circulation, strengthens the immune system, protects your body. What's 21? Oh yeah, okay, we choose this one because circulation, when you're breathing in, the oxygen comes in and it helps deliver the oxygen to your bloodstream. So if you want to have, this would help improve the circulation, and so I picked that one. And it's also good for immunity, so it's good to do. So we're going to hold our breath, and then we're going to rub the thighs, and then massage the thighs, and then tap the thighs, right? 21 times each. Inhale. Number 23. I like 23. 23 unblocks winds trapped inside the channels. So you don't want any trapped wind. That's painful. And it also helps problems with the phlegm humor. So like some of the lung disorders are phlegmy. So you want to do this to kind of shake it up. And it's fun because I guess when you do this, you're actually activating the lung area as well. So if you want to do it seated, it's the same as you like concave and then convex your midsection like so. I guess you try to be a ball, and then you open up like a jack in the box. And then on the 7th one, you do the Ha mantra. So, but if you want to do it on all fours, so you go on all fours, and you do the cat-cow. You see how you're concaving and moving. And then on the 7th one, okay, so you choose which one you want to do, and we'll do it for 3 times the 7 times. Okay, inhale. Inhale again. And one more time. Inhale. So that one's called the tiger vomiting. Hopefully we're good tigers, got rid of everything. And then the last one releases blockages of the winds, stiffness in the channels. It circulates the blood and wind energies, so that's very good for breathing. So the order of it is we warm up our hands, then we do our face 3 times, our head, top of head 3 times, back of head 3 times, the neck 3 times, the shoulder 3 times, the back of our lower back 3 times, and then we go all the way down to our toes and back up to the legs 3 times. Same thing on the other side, and then up and down 3 times, the whole chest. Make sure you really get the chest, and then the ribs, and then all the way to fingertips and back 3 times. So that's the order. So let's inhale to do this in 1 breath. Let's go. Release everything. Inhale again. And if you like, you can stand up too. That's the problem when you have your phone in a cup. Okay, so inhale to hold breath. Time. Inhale to hold breath. If you want to lie down, go ahead and just relax a bit. I like this part, it's so nice and relaxing. So visualize that your body is empty, luminescent blue shell, just like the twofold emptiness we did in the beginning of the class. Observe your breathing. Feel the effects of the Nejang in your body, speech, and mind. Feel your elements, your emotions, just the energy everywhere. So you can remain lying down if you wish. And just coming back up to say thank you and have a beautiful, beautiful day. If you have any questions, comments, whatever you want to say to me, it's okay. Fill in the comments or message me. See you tomorrow, 9 a.m. Toronto time. Have a wonderful, beautiful day.